guys, I just wanted to make a video for you guys today about different kinds of jewelry. Plus I know I told you guys I was gonna make more videos for the channel or whatever, which I'm trying to keep my word on that. My webcam's a little screwed up right now, so I'm using my digital camera. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, so I've noticed that there's a little bit of confusion sometimes on certain kinds of jewelry for whatever kind of piercings, stretched ones, regular piercings, whatever. So I'm just going to show you guys a few examples of the ones that I have, just so that we can get some clarification on that. I mean, like, if you guys find that there's anything wrong in anything I'm saying, I do encourage, like, video responses and everything, because I want to make sure everything I'm saying is correct, because everybody wants safe piercings, safe stretching piercings, all that jazz, because, if you're going to have them, you might as well take care of them. So we're going to start off with some of the simpler ones, which this one right here is known as either a horseshoe or a circular barbell. Alright, it's a barbell because it has a ball on either end, and obviously it's circular because it almost makes a complete circle, not to be confused with the curved barbell, which is more popular with belly button piercings and eyebrow piercings, where the circular barbell is more popular with like ears and septum piercings or wherever you I've worn them in my lip before when I had my regular lip piercing. Then there's I don't have the ball for it, but the CRBs or CBRs or whatever you want to call it, it's the ball that has a ring with a clasped ball that sits in the scap here. That the ball has a little like dimple on either side, so it clicks into here and stays snug. I find them to be really effective, but they're also a huge pain in the ass. Then there's the straight barbell, which is more popular obviously with like tongue piercings, industrial piercings. I've seen them worn like as regular ear piercings. I actually wore these when I was first stretching my ears. I don't totally suggest it because the ones I was wearing had heavy balls on them, and my ears were a little bit unevenly stretched for a little while after that, and it took a lot of fixing. Then there's the taper. It is not to be confused with wearable jewelry. I see a lot of people out there doing it. It's not okay. It creates uneven stretching, which is bad for your lobes, which can create damage later on. Alright, because it's uneven, plus it doesn't sit even and everything. And it's only meant for initial stretching to be chased with a plug of the correct size. Alright, I just want to make that perfectly clear to everybody. But what it is, it's small down here and it graduates up to right here on this one anyway, which it has a flat spot so that you have like an area for your ear to sit when it is stretched, so that it is, the size you want it to be. Alright, and then there's the pincher, which I used to use up into a 4 gauge, which is a pretty good area. I mean, like, I've seen people use them for larger, but I guess it's all about what your body wants to do, where it has the correct size in the middle, and at the bottom 2 ends it is smaller and graduates up to that size in the middle. Alright, for plugs, there's the no flare, which is pretty self-explanatory. Is a solid straight size from end to end. It is usually held on by rubber bands like these. I use these when I'm taping because then I don't have to worry, because I have a hard time with the flare sometimes. That's just me, but whatever floats your boat. There's the single flare, which has the flare on the one side, which helps keep it in, and then on the other side it's straight, but then there's a little divot on most of them where you put the rubber band and it sits right in there nice and snug so you don't lose it. And I find these easier to wear for people whose lobes don't seem to have a lot of give, like for like a fresh stretch, because then you don't have to worry about, messing around with the flare and having your ear heal and then not being able to get the thing back out. Then there's I have a couple of double flare things for you. This one is a eyelet or a tunnel. I've heard it called both, where there's the flare on either side, which is, they're usually, I've come to find, like 1 gauge size bigger to help hold it in. I also have a smaller one here, which is just a solid plug. Alright, they're also known as saddle plugs for obvious reasons. It looks like a saddle where it goes up on the outside and it dips in the middle. Then I think these ones are pretty cool. This one happens to be a tunnel, but they untwist on one side, so you don't have, and I think that's pretty cool because you don't have to worry about losing rubber bands or rubber bands getting stuck or anything. You just twist it on and you're all good. I think they're pretty convenient, pretty cool. Also for nose rings, I had to learn this too because I wasn't sure, and I'm glad, excuse me, I'm glad I found out there's the nose screw, which has the ball and the stem, and then there's a foot that sits on the inside that holds it in. And then there's the nose bone, which is not recommended for fresh nose piercings because the ball on the end that holds it in is anywhere from a half gauge to a full gauge size bigger. And sometimes, or usually, when your nose heals, it'll obviously heal to the size of the stem, and so then when you go take it out, the ball's too big and your nose doesn't want to let it through. I only recommend them for not being a professional, because I learned this from a professional piercer that she's had to take wire cutters to get these out of people's fresh piercings because they won't come out. I've used them alright on a healed piercing, but I mean, if it won't go through, don't force it through. You know what I mean? Don't make your body do anything it doesn't want to. That's all I really have for now to show you. If you want to look up other options, there's talons, which are really cool. They're kind of like if you were to cut a pin, if you were like a talon on a bird. They're not that hard to find out. But yeah, that's that. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything, feel free to video response or just comment or anything. Alright, cool. Thanks guys. Bye.